Elara hadn't spoken to her family in 3 years. To anyone on the outside, it looked like a dramatic teenage rebellion that hardened into adult stubbornness. People whispered, "She'll come around. She's just angry." But they didn't know what really happened inside that pale yellow house at the end of Redbury Lane. She had been 16 the last time she stepped foot inside. It started with the animals. First her cat, Luna, who ran away. Then her rabbit, Tofu, who must have slipped out of his hutch. And finally, her dog Kilo, who got into something bad. Her parents had explanations, always calm, always smiling. But Elara had seen her little brother, Mark, in the backyard with the lighter fluid. She'd heard the yelps. She told her parents. They said he was just a boy, that boys were curious, boys tested things, that Kilo was old anyway. Her voice shook when she tried to protest, and her father only looked at her with that unnerving calm. "Don't make trouble," he said. She stayed silent, until the night she came home early and found Mark with the neighbour's cat, a smile on his face, his hands sticky with something dark. She called the police. Her parents got there first. The next day, the cat was gone. So was any evidence. And her mother's voice, sweet and low, told her, "You'll ruin everything if you tell lies like that again." So she left. No fight, no letter. Just a backpack and the savings she'd hidden in her biology textbook. The silence that followed was the loudest thing in her life. Holidays passed, birthdays, newsletters from the family church with smiling family portraits and Mark's face beaming in a scout uniform. People called her cold, but they didn't see what she saw in his eyes. They didn't understand what it meant when your parents chose a monster over the truth. 3 years later, Elara sat in her tiny apartment, sunlight filtering through second-hand blinds. She stirred tea with steady hands and fed her new rescue cat, Nix. On her wall, pinned above her desk, was an old photo of her as a child, before she knew. She looked at the girl in the picture, and for the first time in months, whispered, "You were right to run." And she was.